Good day everyone, my name is Justine Montilla and you're watching our Daily Talk. For today's episode, I will be discussing about communication together with our special guest. And now, let me introduce to all of you our special guest. She is a first-year tourism student from University of Caloocan City, Miss Andrea Ruggio. Please give her a round of applause.
A pleasant day, everyone. Thank you for having me here today, Miss Montilla.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Ruggio. Now, let's start. I'm going to ask our special guest, Miss Ruggio, the following questions I have right now, and I will also share my thoughts in every question. Before we continue our show, let us pause for a while. We'll be right back. We're back! So, let us now proceed to the question and answer. For the first question, why should one consider the context in which communication occurs?
We should consider the context in which the communication occurs so that we can really understand the way how the receiver responds to what we say. Also because we can communicate to everyone the way we communicate to our friends. Because communication is based on how deep our relationship with the person we are talking to. Lastly, of course, as a sender, we should know how the receiver is feeling or their presence was there too. Because it is possible that if someone's mood or feeling is bad, then the message they receive will be having a bad impact too.
Yes, I also agree with her statement that we should consider the context in which the communication occurs, because we use communication to share information, comment, ask questions, express wants and needs, develop social relationships, and social etiquette. Communication is much more than wants and needs, and also we can communicate to other people the way we communicate to our family and friends. It is depend of what our relationship with them.
The second question is, what is the relationship between culture and communication?
For me, culture and communication are inseparable. The relationship between culture and communication is that culture has an impact on what and how are we going to communicate to someone.
For me, cultures are created through communication because, as we know, communication is a human interaction wherein through cultural characteristics, whether it is customs, roles, rituals, or other patterns are created and shared. And most importantly, in order to have a proper relationships, culture plays a very important role as a means by which these relationships are expressed, but at the same time, there must be a proper communication.
The third question, if people come from different cultural dimensions, how do you think they can avoid miscommunication?
For me, I think they should consider the context in which the communication occurs as stated in question number 1, because it is important to consider it, especially that they are from different cultural dimensions. They have the different beliefs, they have the different ways of communicating. So by first considering it, they will be able to know about the background of the person they are talking to.
For me, I think they can avoid miscommunication by always using simple English, and they should avoid speaking puns, slang, and jargons. It is important that you speak clearly and slowly, especially when communicating with people who are not native English speakers.
For the fourth question, how can the use of nonverbal cues contribute to or redeem a breakdown in communication misunderstanding among participants?
By the simple eye contacts, gestures, or body movements, the receiver will be having a better understanding on what we are saying. Also, as a sender, we will be easily know if the receiver is listening or understanding what we are saying. Also, action can show what we truly want to say or what are we feeling rather than by just saying it. So basically, Nonverbal cues helps us to avoid a possible breakdown in communication.
Verbal communication is very precise, used to represent and refer to things, while non-verbal communication can lead to misunderstanding. It is like when a person believes that their voice was not heard or they feel they are disregarded through nonverbal cues. It is one of the most communication issues that leads to communication breakdowns occurs. In order to avoid communication breakdowns, always use nonverbal skills, maintain eye contact, and of course listen carefully. By following the positive nonverbal cues can have a positive relationship of trust with the other communication participant.
And for the last question, do you agree with this quotation? Action speaks louder than words. Explain your answer.
Definitely yes, because for me, words aren't enough to prove something. For example is, you told me that you love me, but what I felt when we were together is that you don't want me to go near with you. Another is, you told me that you'll study hard so that you will get a high grades, but what you do the whole day is just watching a videos. Action speaks louder than words because an action can show what we truly feel or what are we feeling rather than by just saying it in words. Because we can say a lie in our words, but an action shows everything that is opposite on what we are saying.
Yes, I also agree with the statement actions speak louder than words. To say something and to do something are two different things. For example, before election, the politicians always make many heart-touching promises. But after the election and they get the position they are running for, we all know how their action goes. Without action or any form of actions, words are meaningless. However, action can have a great meaning without saying anything. Thank you, Miss Rujo, from the bottom of my heart for taking time from your busy schedule to be the guest of our talk show. All thanks to your enlightening words that inspired so many people out there. And that's all I have. Thank you for watching.